barely, becoming a nobody. I ended up trapped in the mine. I thought my time was up, but I stepped on the rat, and I leveled up. Still, just a incompetent miner, without strength. Lu Chen woke up with a splitting headache. Strange memories washed over him, and he quickly snapped to attention. I was somehow reincarnated. This isn't a peaceful era. Instead, demon beasts roam about unchecked, where lives are worth little in a cruel world. Strength is revered. Martial prowess rules all, but he turned out to be with no aptitude for martial arts, a low-level miner. In order to survive, Lu Chen chose to work on the outskirts, in a dangerous mine of town. He risked his life for a chance at survival. Little did he know, only a few. He found himself facing a rare and devastating monster attack. Countless miners fell victim to the rampaging monsters. Lu Chen got off relatively easy compared to other miners, but his luck eventually ran out. Then, a rogue boulder struck him down. It turned out to be rather inexpensive, as if the sky had fallen. Lu Chen felt like crying. Was it possible that just after arriving, he'd have to wait in this dark, claustrophobic mine for his death? Right as he hit rock bottom, a plump, gray rodent, nearly as big as a cat. Damn it, city slickers like me have seen anything like this. Hatred fueled his actions. With rage, he stomped on the creature. A cold, mechanical voice echoed inside his head. Out of nowhere, got it. A power-up system. His thoughts raced as a semi-transparent screen materialized in front of him. His strength had hit rock bottom. Lu Chen was ecstatic, yet held back his elation. Having squashed a few more mice of similar size, he reached 0.15 in physical strength. He finally hit 1 point in terms of strength. A warm, blue energy surged. A warm current sweeps through him, boosting his physical condition. Lu Cheng's eyes widened in shock. Clear sensations coursed through him. His gaunt frame showed signs of muscle definition as he clenched his fists. His fingers snapped loudly. A powerful sensation surged through him. Hell no, not mine. Digging. Who said I'm not cut out for martial arts? I can still be one hell of a warrior. Those dirty rodents in his eyes. Lumps of pure potential. Walking around to the uncles. I go. He is on fire and goes in for the kill. Before long. 53 rats. When he was ready to get stronger again, a sharp clanging fills the air. The foreman's calling. Everyone together. Lu Chen calms himself, followed the group to an open area. This is where the sole water supply is. There was a round, hefty foreman flanked by several guards. He made his way to the front of the group. With a sneer, he surveyed everyone present. He then hid the dagger behind a friendly grin and spoke. Now that everyone is here, I have an announcement. Hand over all your provisions from now on. Let me handle it from here. In this desperate situation, living in a world where food means survival, his move leaves everyone at risk. Our provisions are gone. Relying on the strength from that mouse incident. Should Lu Chen really be the one to take the lead? What is with all this? Forget it. Our ration. What gives you the right to take it? The surviving miners exploded in anger immediately. But Shugui's sneer was razor sharp. His guards weren't to be trifled with either. A single frosty huff sent chills down everyone's spine. Shugui's true aim is to hold everyone's life in his hands. He also targeted the younger son of the Shu family. They traded insults, laden with threats of bloodshed and broken limbs, with no choice. In humiliation, everyone handed over their meager rations. Amidst the throng, Lu Chen scowled grimly. He knows now isn't the time to step forward. He quietly gave up his rations. His gaze was unusually cold. In the following days, everyone felt uneasy. Everyone was conserving their energy, waiting for help. Li Chen alone was swamped with work. A triggering event. A rat awarded him 5,000 points, activated, indicating a positive reading of 0.1. He was profiting from stepping on virtual rats and quietly raking in the money to other miners. These infected rats were deadly pests for Lu Chen. They were pure XP. Somebody spotted him in the middle of this odd behavior. Lu Chen merely chuckled, as if to say, everything is fine. Hardly anyone could have guessed that this, an unremarkable miner, was experiencing a dramatic change in physical fitness, an incredible physical transformation from a tiny bit to 9 points. His senses, an average persons. After swashing what seemed like the 100th or so rat, something appeared on the screen. A long anticipated notification popped up. Muscular development stage 1 Wusing pathway. Without a moment's delay, he took a year to advance to the next level. At this early stage, an overwhelming force has surged through him. His callous Minor's hands suddenly softened to resemble those of a newborn. He formally entered the profession of dancers. However, before Lu Chen could enjoy his good fortune, trouble arrived silently. Lu Chen went to collect today's ration in charge of food distribution from guard Ma San. But as soon as he received the rations, Ma San's eyes suddenly widened. He licked his lips, flashing an unsettling grin. Such a sensation was unexpected. There is such what an unusual fellow he was. As Lu Chen ventured off, a sudden chill gripped him. A cold, intense stare locked onto him deep within the dimly lit mine tunnel. Lu Chen grimaced as he chewed on the tough, stale food. This stuff isn't fit for human consumption. Suddenly, his ears perked up. Heavy footsteps approached from behind. Neither Minor nor rat. Lu Chen immediately thought of Ma San. Why is he tailing me? Lu Chen kept his composure, deliberately heading toward the remote witch's cavern. When trouble comes, it is time to face the music. His urge became too overwhelming to ignore. Like an aggressive wolf lunged at the target, he looked forward to seeing the fear in his victim's eyes. Lu Chen swiveled around. His expression was composed and his gaze icy cold. He struck Ma San with a deadly punch. Ma San was sent flying through the air. He lost all sense of self. Where am I? A mere Minor couldn't possibly possess this much strength. Before the other could react, Lu Chen grabbed the stone and slammed it down. Broken teeth, mixed with blood, splattered everywhere. A final brutal kick hurled him into the rock wall. His bones were probably broken in several places. Lu Chen stepped on his head with one foot and glared at him. Why have you been following me? He looked indignant and upset. You're the one who should be answering this. In torture, he revealed everything. Lu Chen learned that he was being tracked. You disgusting freak. His interrogation exposed the strength of the guards. The captain was essence level. Among them were the later period of origin simulation realm. He couldn't stand a chance against their strength. Even worse, Ma San admitted, outside the mine, there are not only numerous second rank, plus there are also terrifying third rank demonic beasts as backup. Rescue seems impossible. As Ma San begs on bended knee, Lu Chen glared coldly. If I let you go, it is not because I'm cheating, but today, it is me who is being tortured until death. Without a second thought, he crushed Ma San's neck with his boot. By the code he serves, it seems death grants power. He collected everything useful before burying the body. His power surged swiftly as he reached mid-origin realm. Just then, the harsh clang of a gong echoed through the area again. The overseer has something new in mind. Lu Chen reached the gathering spot. He had arrived too late. A guard blocked his path with a sneer. Late, as always. Stand over there with a handful of desolate miners. That bloody Shu Gui. They're sending us to our deaths. The miners protest. The overseer is running low on food. He plans to send the miners out. To send the miners to demon beast-ridden territories determined by chance to hunt for food. So, what is the point? It might as well be a death sentence. Straight up, Lu Chen silently cursed the guard's personal vendetta, but he showed no fear at all. Mid-stage power from origin realm boosted his confidence. Rather than wait to die here, it is best to head out and take on the beasts. Early the next day, they were herded toward the mine's entrance. The metal gate cracked open. The guards showed their blades, driven into the hills. No, coming back by nightfall means certain death out there. With the door banging shut behind them, Hao and them cutting off everyone's escape route. We're too scared to venture further, staying near the door instead of going in, thinking safety lies in numbers. Lu Chen sneered inwardly. They were too naive to believe the supervisor would be this kind. As expected, the window next to the main gate, a sliver of cold light flashed. It instantly exploded into a gory mess. This bloody spectacle utterly decimated everyone's resolve. Everyone screamed and scattered in panic. Lu Chen also mingled with the crowd. Before he left, he took one last lingering look at the mine gate. This act of revenge, I'll remember, Supervisor Shu Gi. He chuckled at the sight. These pathetic, carry blood thirsty spirits, perfect fodder for the beasts outside. As expected, he didn't get far. Lu Chen saw a red-haired boar dangling from its mouth with torn smartphone. Dark eyes of a monster boar locked onto Lu Chen as it charged. The boar barreled toward him. Lu Chen stood his ground as it was about to crash into him. He dodged, expertly twisting at an impossible angle. He seized the boar by the tail, landed nimbly behind it. His hidden blade slipped from its sheath, sticking precisely through the boar's eye. The boar toppled to the ground, writhing in pain. Lu Chen calmly watched as he landed, unflinching. A shadow darted from the bushes, ignoring it. Lu Chen kept moving forward. With a swift turn, he retaliated. A dark shape nailed to the ground, a lurking green cat snake. Another small monster showed up, and Lu Chen was ecstatic. The monsters everywhere seem to be custom-made for leveling up. Stay calm and focus. A few battles. The demon beasts breaking through. The origin mirror is near. He lit a fire and roasted some meat. After days of pig, variety was welcome. An aroma spread quickly. An eerie sensation spreads. Then, from nearby shrubs, an ominous sound echoed once more. They're handing over easy prey again. Lu Chen quietly scaled the tree, intending to catch him off guard from up high. To his surprise, a man appeared. Clearly, no ordinary miner. The man walked slow, in tight clothing, his steps heavy. Absolutely not a miner, not a member of the guard team either. Could he be the rescuer from Stone Mountain? A solo rescuer would be unlikely. He then sized up the fire. Finding no clues, the man walked off. Lu Chen exhaled. He quickly slid down the trunk. Suddenly, a cold voice echoes behind you. Don't move. A cold blade presses against your back. Careless mistake. He never left. He circled back to strike from the rear. I'll find out who you are. A young miner stares at Lan Cheng in shock. Lan Cheng started to exult. Inwardly, he raised his hands, feigning fear and excitement. Sir, are you with the rescue team? He spun a tale of being once a fox hunter who lucked out with traps. The youth apparently believed, putting away his blade. Tell Lu Chen to lead that guy into the mine. Lu Chen panicked inside. All his plans were thrown off course. Bringing him back means certain doom, and attacking right now is too risky. A formidable black bear burst forth from the shadows. Beside the fire, he saw his dead comrades. He roared in fury and grief and glared murderously at Lu Chen and the young man in shadows. Lu Chen had just dispatched a giant paw bear. Little did he know, this creature has a much larger partner looming nearby. A huge Tama turtle bear, enraged beyond reason, went berserk. A nearby youth's complexion turned ashen with fear. He finally saw the truth. The bear wasn't traveling solo. Didn't he know? They always stick together. You've tagged yourself as the next target. Revenge is coming for sure. I am truly cursed. Ambushed by someone like you. Landon smirked to himself. His face showed a mix of fear and feigned innocence. Grabbing his foot, he begged, please sir, auntie, can I still serve you? He kicks Lu Chen aside and bolts in the other direction. Unable to save, you can stay behind as bear food. He thought he'd make Lu Chen a scapegoat, but he was trying to secure his escape. However, this was the moment Lu Chen had been waiting for. Just this. As soon as the youth turned, all signs of weakness vanished from his eyes. In its place was a cold, resolute gaze. Every muscle coiled, veins bursting with tension. He swings and releases a hidden dagger, like a streak of light, straight for the youth's back. What? He suddenly realizes he has been duped. All along, he is no humble miner. It is clearly a sleeping tiger, ready to strike. He whirls to slash at the attacker. He tries to cover his chest, but he didn't expect Lu Chen's target to actually be him. A dull thud. The blade strikes precisely, pinning his foot to the ground. He lets out a scream that pierces the air as the giant monster tormented him. His face twisted in agony, his eyes once green. As he gritted his teeth, the giant boy hastily yanked out a dagger. Lu Chen had already slipped past him and vanished in the depths of the forest, a furious, giant, clawed bear rushed toward him with a deadly roar. Damn! Aghast and furious, he had no escape as he swung his steel blade against the charging bear. Blades clashed with roars as the ground shook under their feet. The one responsible for it all, Lu Chen, was locked in a vicious battle. The bear, although fierce, was no match for him, but his movements were incredibly powerful. Armed with high-quality gear, he emerged from a grueling battle under a somber silence. The giant bear, akin to a small hill, fell to the ground with a thunderous noise. The heroic youth endured heavy losses, his clothes drenched in blood, with green foliage clinging to them. 3 marks marred his face. Injured internally, he struggled with each breath that felt like a stab through his heart. Using his knife for support, he managed to stand. With a determined glance, he scanned his environment. He vowed to find the one responsible for his bleak situation. Though heavily bleeding and injured, he collapsed. Finally, he toppled over with a shake from high in a tree. Lu Chen silently observed and remained hidden, learning from past mistakes. He wouldn't repeat his mistakes. Patience was the key decision he made. Minutes ticked slowly by. Night fell. The silent woods echoed with wind and smoke. The youth lay motionless, truly lifeless. A shadow emerged from behind the tree, brandishing a glinting dagger, closing in on the body. Step by step, as he was about to plunge the dagger, he, with a sudden leap, opened his eyes, murder in his gaze. It's your end, foolish one. He raised his arm. Hidden blade flew out of his sleeve, penetrated instantly through his form. Sure enough, he kills with an explosion technique, a deadly secret weapon. Didn't see that coming. Yingtu's proud laughter echoed. His laugh cut short as he plummeted. Crush his neck. A sharp crack echoed. His neck broke instantly with the blow. Fear flooded the dying man's gaze, and disbelief lingered. The weak-looking manner proved viciously ruthless. Lu Chen brutally snapped the neck of a scheming young man. His vengeance had finally started to realize and was fulfilled. A thought stirred within him, demanding an answer. Where did this guy come from? Who knew a mere origin mirror could grant such power? Fighting a level 2 monster alone seemed outrageous. He was bewildered. Lu Chen began tallying up the spoils. Beyond vengeance, he savored his newfound treasures. Firstly, he noticed wrapped around his wrist was a dainty wooden box. It is precisely this treacherous concealed knife, a single-shot weapon. Being unpredictable is crucial for staying alive. Lu Chen grabbed it without delay and reached into the young man's belt for another bag. It contained banknotes and provisions. There was also a container with the label cartilage powder. From the name alone, he knew it wasn't anything good, and Lu Chen chuckled. Still, no item could identify him. Do I need to strip him bare? Lu Chen had no respect for them. Disregarding the disease, he moved swiftly, releasing their clothing. A fractured guardian mirror fell out. This item saved me from the bear's blow. I looked further. His eyes lit up as he noticed something hidden inside the young man's closest guard. He pulled out. There was a small package, tightly wrapped in oilcloth. It must have been something valuable. Without delay, he flipped open 2 old booklets featuring the Wang family sword technique, the 11 forms of. To his delight, they were brimming with powerful techniques. Lu Chen's heart leapt. He knew full well how crucial cultivation techniques were. These techniques were like amplifiers for dancers. They enhanced the skills of dancers, the foundation of strength. Cornerstones. The most potent techniques usually fall into the hands of those with great. The common folk could only dream of mastering such techniques. With great excitement, he opened the book of the Wang family sword technique. It is 11 o'clock. Let's start the first chapter of Wang family sword technique. A line of bold, imposing words on its opening page. Winds of the Phoenix dance was infused with an icy edge, that of a killer. It seems as though the author is watching him with an icy gaze, but Lu Chen just shot a dismissive smile. They've already done the killing. They've already taken what they wanted, so who cares about threats? At Shenyuan City, the mention of the Wang family, he frowned. The name feels oddly familiar. This place, where even he, as a low-level miner, has heard of. Plus, this young hero's tale of taking on enemies. This must mean The Wang family is a major player, a powerful force to send someone here, out here. So I run into something, least of all my concern. What about the Wang or Li families? Lu Chen's gaze is filled with unwavering resolve. A new sense of urgency drives him to get stronger. Under the moonlight, he begins to study the Wang family sword art until daybreak nears. Lu Chen looks confused. Does this look like he knows each word, but doesn't understand them together? He can't make out a single thing about the energy flow and techniques and meaning. These things are just as foreign as a language he doesn't know. These concepts are even harder to grasp. Almost impossible. Am I just not good at this? As he is about to lose hope, a heavenly voice suddenly echoes in his head. Ding Huang, Ji's arts, the Wang family. 10-form, sword technique. The first move is Lu Chen froze in shock, swiftly opening the system panel. An additional section on martial arts techniques now appears. A glowing symbol flashes, allowing instant skill acquisition. Lu Chen's hands shook with excitement, but swiftly hit the I button. Instantly, 5 cryptic lines faded. A torrent of data. He became a legendary swordsman. The Wang family saber technique. Opening move. Perfecting time. After endless repetition, down to every detail. Each move became part of him, etched into his very being. Upon opening his eyes again, the world was different.